Hey, soulmates, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez. In this week for Claudia Jordan, we're back with TGIF. You already know we are here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and social media. So you just sit back, relax, and get ready to sip this hot, hot tea. I've got my co-host here. Hey, Al Reynolds, how's it going, boo?
Carolina, what's happening? I'm ready for today. Hump Day Wednesday. Let's go.
Let's go. And we've got Funky Dineva here too. Hey, Funky.
What's going on, Carolina? Good to have you. Hey, soulmates. Hey, Al.
What's happening, Funky?
He's a runner. He's a track star.
I'm running today, too. I'm running.
The jokes have begun. All right, what are we drinking tonight, though, fellas?
You know, I'm a little under the weather, Carolina, and I'm still on those good drugs they give you after you have surgery. So I'm drinking water, although I'm not going to act like I haven't mixed some of my drugs with some alcohol earlier in the week. But I'm drinking water.
We're being responsible now.
Right.
Al, what are you saying?
I'm drinking tea. You know, I'm still trying to figure out this whole sinus infection thing. But I wanted to ask you this, Carolina. Do you know what a neti pot is? Does anybody know what a neti pot? Q, a neti pot?
Yes.
What is a neti pot?
It's what you rinse your nose out with when you do cocaine all the time.
Why are the soulmates telling me to do a neti pot?
So it's like a little kettle. It's a little kettle, and let's just say this is the tip. You put the tip in this nose, and you turn your head this way, and the water runs up and out this nose, and then you do this. Then you do the same to this side. And you turn your head this way, and the water runs through and out.
Well, thank you so much.
A lot of snot to come out.
Yeah, a lot of snot, mucus. It will.
Clean you out.
I don't own one. I ain't never owned one. But I do live in Miami, and I been in the bathroom and seen them before. And I was told.
You were told, okay.
That's what it's for.
Listen, Al, don't do it. Just don't. Because if you
don't
take the right water, if it's not sanitized correctly, it could cause some damage.
No, Carolina, no. In all seriousness, and I own 2 neti pots. Okay, that's because I have sinus issues chronic.
That's why. Okay. So that's why. That's what we're gonna say today.
Right.
But no, I would get one. I would. I would. Just make sure you use distilled water
or saline, right?
Or saline solution. And you know what, Carolina, honestly and truthfully, sometimes when I'm stopped up, I just use warm sink water instead, and I put a little bit of table salt in there and mix that bad boy up, and it will flush you out, and you will feel better instantly in your nose and in your throat.
Okay.
Just take a steamy bath.
Got it.
That can work too.
I can't tell you I don't take a lot of baths. I shower every day, but bathing maybe twice a month.
Al, you got way too much ass not to sit in no water. Bitch, you need to sit your big ass down in some water.
Carolina, go to the topic, please.
Al is an old nasty bitch. All that ass. You need to sit your ass down in some warm water at least once or twice a week, Al.
Listen, okay. While people at home are debating whether Al should get into this warm bath water, we're going to get into the topics, okay? Check this out. There's some leaked footage it's unreleased from a documentary showing that Kanye West was making comments about Cardi B. Take a look at the shade.
Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She don't write her raps. She's just there to sound as ignorant as possible. Yeah. You know, she was literally replaced, Nicki Minaj purposely.
Shady. Well, Cardi B has responded in a very tasteful way by tweeting a footage with a clip of Kanye's 2022 interview with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked, where Kanye was praising Cardi B. All right, Funky, what do you think about this leaked footage? Should Kanye apologize to Cardi?
Absolutely not. He shouldn't apologize. He was having a private conversation in previous years. That may have been how he felt at the time he said it. Just because a few years later, or in 2022, him praising her That doesn't make him a hypocrite. That doesn't make him a bad person. It simply meant he changed his mind. It simply meant he may have gotten a hold of some more information that may have swayed his thoughts. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I haven't had thoughts that Cardi B was a product that was created by the music industry to provide some competition and balance to the female rap thing. And I don't have a problem with that. Nicki Minaj had an over 10-year undisputed run or whatever. It literally is the equivalent of Burger King's Whopper winning for all these years, and then other hamburger places saying, we're not going to let them get best hamburger of the year for 10 years. We need to create something to compete with the Whopper. It's the same thing. These women are commodities to these record labels. And if one record label is winning, we need to come out with a competing product to go up against this other record label and the product that they've created. So I have no problems with what he said. I don't know if I believe in all that Illuminati stuff. As far as, it's to sound as ignorant as possible. I mean, I'm not going to put that on Cardi B. That's just the whole damn industry at this point. But I see nothing with what he said then, and I see nothing wrong with what he said in 2022 either.
Al, what do you think about Cardi's response? It seemed like and she is probably on the same side as Funky, where, she sees the growth. She knows how he feels about her now, so she don't care.
I think she know what the deal is. The rumors have followed Cardi B since she came into the industry about her being, not created to be an entertainer, but created as competition. The thing about the Kanye conversation, if you look at more of that video, he's just kind of unhinged. He's talking out of his head. He says that Corey Gamble's, Kris Jenner's boyfriend or fiance is in the CIA. He was just saying a lot of things that were just controversial, and for me, just clickbaiting. I think as time evolved, he probably was approached by the record label to work with Cardi B. He did do a song with her. Unfortunately, that song didn't do much. It didn't climb the charts or anything. So I think Cardi B decided to stay silent because she knows that the fact speaks for itself. If you felt like that, then clearly you wouldn't have worked with me a couple of years later.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Kanye has been through some mental breakdowns over the years, some people would like to say. And listen, I like to see growth in people, and I feel like that's what we're seeing over the years with Kanye. I wonder what he's up to now with Bianca, but we're going to keep it moving and talk about another female rapper. All right. We've got Sexy Red, who is letting people know that she is a big fan of Donald Trump. In a recent interview, she said, "I don't think people were bleeping with him. They thought he was racist. But once he started getting Black people out of jail, oh, baby, we love Trump." All right, Al, what do we think about Sexy Red's comments on Trump?
I think it's probably one of the most silly comments that I have ever heard as of late. Now, listen, what I can't argue with Sexy Red is I understand why people like I understand people who like Sexy Red, why they may be attracted to Trump's personality, because he has a lot of gangster in him, and he has a lot of gangster qualities that are even with her fan base, and I get it. But Trump is a very dangerous and a very immature individual, and the fact that someone like her is supporting it and giving the cosign of the African-American community, to me, is just not funny, and it's not safe. There are a couple of things here that Sexy Red needs to know as she matures, is that she also talked about that he gave you money through the stimulus when there was COVID. Well, guess what, beautiful? Any sitting president would have done that. As it relates to presidents, past presidents that have gotten Black people out of prison, well, beautiful, past presidents have done that too at some of the largest levels and more than he has. But let's be very clear, both citizens of the United States and African Americans, we cannot support a man that continues to degrade our culture as well as our community. This is a white supremacist at the highest level. He's a chauvinist. He is a xenophobe. He's a rapist, for goodness sakes. He has done tax fraud and possible money laundering. This is not someone that we need in the White House to protect our rights as African Americans, because look what they're doing in Florida as well in other states. They're taking American Black history out of the school systems, and this is at the tutelage of the named President Donald Trump.
I feel like soulmates are agreeing with you. Aston says she needs to crawl under a rock where she came from. DP Johnson said she's ignorant and her views are expected. And Miss Ready for Change says she is proof why young entertainers need media training. Funky, what do you think?
I think that Sexy Red is a beautiful, aspirational Black woman who is the future. And she's beautiful and she's smart and she's talented. And she's young, and she's going to be all the things that you want her to be.
Boy.
All right. Does that mean you want to move to the next topic, Funky? Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. So let's go to what's happening in Washington, D.C., where the Speaker of the House, Republican Kevin McCarthy, I should say former actually, was removed from his role, which made him the first ever to be ousted of his position, especially in the middle of his congressional term. Al, what are your thoughts on this?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, we are actually watching history being made right in front of us. Now, we all know that this is the first time in U.S. history that a Speaker of the House has been ousted. Okay, we got that. Remember, this is also the Speaker who had that historical run over 4 days and 15 rounds to actually be confirmed. Now, for himself to actually get from confirmed, he's the one that made the stipulation that all you have to have is one person to propose that he be dethroned. And guess what? That one stipulation, because you were so eager to get into office, has now got them tossing your ass out. You need to learn that lesson. And let me tell you something. The only thing I'm worried about in this, I love watching Republicans make fools of themselves. That's the best part of my political life. But the only issue I have is this. Until there is a replacement, the government cannot make any decisions. And I am concerned because 4 million Americans may be affected in 40 days. So if we can't get somebody back in that Speaker of House chair to represent the Republicans, then we may not be able to continue to put these 4 million people to work. That's the only thing I don't like about this. But everything else, good riddance, McCarthy. You wrote your own contract, and guess what? It got executed.
Listen, this is a perfect example of like, don't go where you're not welcome. It took 4 days, as you said, Al, for him to even get voted into that position. Like, bro, you weren't welcome. So that's why it didn't last. Funky, what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
You know, I'm dying laughing because my former classmate, Matt Gaetz, is who helped ousted his ass, right? And I'm sitting here on the group. I'm on a group thread right now with friends from college, and I set it off. I was like, y'all, Gaetz don't got that man voted out from being Speaker of the House. His treachery never fails. And like one of my friends is like, yeah, he did that like he used to do when we were back in the Senate chambers back in the day. And my old friend, who's a student body president at the time, says it's college him on a bigger scale, crazy to watch, but no surprises. You know, it's just weird because for me, this Kevin man isn't the story because I know Matt Gaetz from high school. Matt Gaetz is the story for me. And it's just so funny watching somebody who legitimately I used to be close, cool friends with. I mean, ride in the car, go to the club with, drink liquor with, cuss and all this type of stuff, be the guy that he is today. All of this is funny. I'm glad that their party is imploding. But what I'm waiting on the most is the DeSantis and Trump back and forth. I'm waiting on that because I just know that's going to be comedy at its finest.
I think that the debates are going to be,
yes,
yes, that's popcorn. We need popcorn ready to watch that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. I'm with one of our soulmates here, the Kim Andern chief. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. She said, I am scared to see who they elect next. Yeah, we don't know who that's going to be. And to Al's point, we need people to get back to work too. We can't just sit here waiting for things to happen. All right, coming up next, we're taking a trip to wild and crazy Florida and later find out why Tyrese is headed to court again. Y'all stay tuned. TIF, whether good, bad, ugly, or just plain dumb, the tea is always overflowing with crazy news stories out of the state of, Florida. And that's why we are giving you the 411 in What the Florida? All right, we're starting off with a woman celebrating her 30th birthday at Walt Disney World, where she was left with a painful memory after suffering severe vaginal lacerations from riding a water slide. She was wearing a full one-piece swimsuit and experienced an extreme wedgie, leading to the severe injury. The woman and her husband are suing Disney for $50,000. Funky, what do you have to say about this?
Get money, bitch. Okay. Listen. I already told y'all on the last show, as high as the cost of living is down in Miami, down in Florida, period, she better call Ben Crump. He'll help her.
Ben Crump, that's for civil rights.
So he went to law school. He could do some of everything.
He could defend coochie rights.
He sure could. He got a wife. He know people with coochies. In the words of Kanye, get money, bitch. Okay,
not 50,000. You think she needs to be asking for more? I feel like she needs to be asking for more based on what I'm.
But listen, Carolina, when you used to selling it out there for $40 a pop, she don't know her worth. And I'm here to tell you now, Carolina, in case you fall on hard times, coochie ain't going for what it used to. A pack of ground beef going for more than coochie is these days. I'm telling you, ladies, y'all used to be sitting up on rent, mortgage, and condo. I'm telling you now, all you sitting on is a smooth 40. That's all you
What do you make of this, boo-boo?
I'm like you, Carolina. Something's fishy about this story. Only $50,000. This is a billion-dollar company, international company. I do know that Disney takes this type of stuff very seriously. They are very upset about this negative press because Disney has the highest safety standards of all amusement parks in the world. They report that they've only had one injury for every million rider. How amazing is that? They only report one injury for every million rider, and they felt like that this was definitely not caused by a defect or because of the company. So that ride has been around for 30 years, and they haven't had any reports like this in the past. So I'm looking at her side eye. But if I were to sue and to make up something that created a vaginal issue for me, I promise you it wouldn't be for just $50,000.
And listen, we've been talking about the lawsuit, but we need to talk about this injury, and the soulmates are definitely sounding off. Cash Green said, what? The water cut her puss up? And this Jedi said that thing must have been extra dry. I just don't understand. Like, how the hell is she going down a water slide and she get a wedgie that bad? It sounds like, when you're giving birth and it tears between your pussy and your ass, like that laceration. That sounds horrific.
Carolina, you doing too much. That ain't that's not what you're supposed to understand. All you need to understand is the sheriff put this 3-day notice on my door. And Nissan about to come pick up my car.
She need that money.
She needs the money.
She need that money.
I'm going to ask for an amount of money that probably won't require us any litigation. They'll probably just call me to the bank and just have me put some papers.
And make this go away. You right,
and they may just give it to me in an envelope. Okay, they
Carolina, did you forget Q is from Florida? He knows
I forgot.
All the scams.
Trust me,
hey,
I know how to scam.
I love how you called back the Nissan, though. Is it the Nissan with the tinted windows and the neighbor?
Exactly. Them people calling it. They looking for her car right now. That lady says she need a quick lick. Okay, she need a quick lick.
All right, the Florida stories continue. So this story has been making its way around social media. An 11-year-old boy was arrested for allegedly shooting his football teammates after practice. Let me emphasize this again. 11-year-old boy. He allegedly shot 2 boys with a single round. Both boys are expected to recover. He was charged with second-degree attempted murder. Funky, what the hell is going on in Florida?
So y'all know I have a rule when it comes to the kids, all jokes aside, nothing's funny. We're not going to try to debate this. This is sad.
Yep.
I don't know what to do in this situation, right? Because a large part of me feels like these children these days are no longer children when it comes to their mentality, that they're a little more grown and a little more mature than we were at 11 years old. Y'all, I must have been lame as hell because I still was playing with Lisa Frank coloring books at 11 years old. I was. On the flip side of things, I don't want to see this child's whole life thrown down the drain at 11 years old either. So I don't know what the answer is as far as repercussions for him. The parents definitely need to be in trouble. But the larger issue for me in this situation is, and maybe Alec and Carolina, you have children, you have a boy that's in this age bracket. These children, do they not understand that guns are real and death is permanent? Because just the level to which they're now so freely willing to shoot each other, do they not understand prison is permanent? There's something about social media, music, and these children's actions that their brains are not computing the severity of what it is they do. And that's what concerns me.
I think the way you brought up that they're grown, right? They think they're so grown in this day and age. And I think it's because of the exposure that they have to social media. Everything is instant access. They can see grown people doing stupid shit and think that they can do it too. I mean, it shocks me, like the way he walked to that car, determined to get the gun. He had it planned to go do that to his own teammates. It's shocking, and I'm left flabbergasted just as you are, Funky. Al, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Not only am I disappointed with this 11-year-old's behavior, but I'm outraged, I'm disgusted, and guys, I'm repulsed by these parents. And hear me out on this one, because if you look at the video, production puts the video back up. How do you witness your son like attempt to murder two people, and this is how you reprimand him, or this is how you handle the situation? I just couldn't. I could, as a parent, I don't know that I could watch my kid do this and just run up to him and like take the gun from his hand and that be it. And this young man just sits in the back of the car. I just couldn't do it. As a parent, I would be so afraid for all kids involved that I just would have de-escalated this in a different way. And luckily, not luckily, but the sad part is that these kids don't feel like that there's any repercussions for these type of actions because they see it happen so much over and over in the news, especially with our high profile people, they're getting off. So they don't feel like that they're going to get into any trouble. And the other super sad part to all of this is, why do our kids, what are we doing at home in our parenting that kids feel like this is how we solve conflict? We solve conflict by going to my mom's car, getting a gun, and shooting the person that made me mad. That starts at home. I'm sorry. And that's why I'm so disappointed in this situation.
Well, our soulmate Brandon says that the parents need to be charged as well. What are your thoughts on that, Al?
Well, we know from reading the police report that the police are going after the parent because it's the parent's responsibility to have it in a locked up box and not eligible for the child to get to it. So, hey, maybe this will help. Q has said this on the show a million times. I've said it. Making parents accountable for these kids' behavior will change their behavior in raising these kids, because clearly what they're doing right now is not working.
One other thing I want to add too, Al. Just like we need to punish the parents when the kids get a hold of guns and cars, all that type of stuff, we need to punish these parents whose kids come to school and bully other children as well. Because, Al, to your point, you were saying, what is it about the parenting these days? I think the parenting is a combination of it too, but I also think that these kids go to school these days, and I think they are being bullied to no end. I know people of me, you, and Carolina's generation, we always say, oh, these kids are punks, they're pussies. We all got teased and we live to see another day. But one of my friends who is an educator, she pointed out to me, she said, Q, when we got out of school at 3:00, it was over. She's like, but with social media, these kids are being bullied 24 hours a day. Or Carolina, if you got beat up, just a couple of kids that were in the bathroom saw it. But now with social media, everybody's seen it, and you're constantly having to relive it. No child warrants another 11-year-old going to get a gun and shooting at them. but he shot at their ass for a damn reason. He ain't just wake up and be like, oh, I'm going to go to the practice day and shoot the shit out of my teammates. Y'all need to teach our children to leave people the hell alone and start being good citizens. And quite frankly, I think bully children come from raggedy-ass bully parents.
You're the parent, Carolina.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a parent, listen, as long as I am aware that my kid is being a bully, like if it's been brought to my attention and I'm not addressing it in a way that I feel should be addressed, right? Once parents know, they should address it. I agree. But let's say I find out that he bullied later and then I'm charged, like that's also okay. My kid better not be out there bullying nobody.
What would you do though, seriously, Carolina? What would you do if you saw your kid in that situation? You have 10 other kids around you and he shoots 2 of them. He shoots 2 of them point blank, pulls a gun out of your car and shoots 2 of them. How would you handle that?
I cannot even fathom that. I assume I'm grabbing the hell out of that gun and I'm slamming my son.
That's what exactly.
And slapping the shit out of him and saying, what the fuck did you just do, while having a breakdown? Yeah, I mean, that's insane. It's insane. That would be too much for me. I would not just be doing this number. Absolutely not.
Right. Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next topic before our producer gets upset with us. All right, more crazy Florida news. A man was arrested after swinging a machete at a scooter rider in a case of road rage. Luis Ruiz Herrera was armed with a machete when he allegedly got out of his car and threatened the motor scooter rider. This is Luis Herrera himself. And listen, we have a lot of road rage here in Texas, and they don't use machetes. They use guns. So that guy is very lucky. I don't know why people are into road rage. I know it's too damn hot here, why people get upset and all of the traffic, but a machete against a scooter. What was the scooter doing to this car? Like, come on. We need to grow up, folks. We need to grow up. Al, what are your thoughts?
You know, like you said, listen, I have extreme road rage, so I can't point too many fingers here because I have been known to do some crazy things. Shoot somebody, kill somebody, cut somebody. No, I won't do that. But throw my car in front of them, try to run them off the road or something like that, I am guilty of and probably have done it once or twice. I think what's interesting here, and this is for soulmates knowledge, you guys, whenever you carry a knife over 4 inches, it has to be licensed. And unfortunately, not only is he going to get charged for assault, he's also going to be charged for not being licensed to carry that machete. So he's going to, that road rage, that little bit of road rage, is going to cost him either a lot of money or some time behind bars.
Funky, any thoughts on this crazy Florida madness?
Al, are we 100% sure about that? And the only reason I ask is, what if Carolina asked me to come to her house to help her cut her hedges down? I can't travel with a machete?
No.
Well,
no. Yeah, you can travel with it. You just can't take it out. Right?
Okay.
He came outside of his car. You can't brandish it. You can't brand it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen, briefly before we go to commercial, I think road rage is stupid. We were just having a conversation last night with me and some of my bar friends. I think it is extremely stupid for you to have an emotional response to somebody you do not know. I think that's dumb. And I have a rule, y'all. I'm not going to jail, prison, spending money, or getting hurt for somebody I don't know. I'm just not doing that. And I live my life that way. I'm not fighting with no bitch in line at McDonald's. I'm not arguing with no bitch at no red light. I'm not fussing with no hoe at no Family Dollar. I don't know you. And in 30 seconds, this interaction will be over and I will never see you again. What do I look like going to jail for you?
You look ridiculous. But listen, production didn't want to take me sipping on this when you were dissing me with that.
Angel Shepherd said,
we're going to talk about it during the break. Okay, coming up next, find out why Tyrese is going back to court. And later we find out which state has the highest STD rate. Keep it locked here while I get on to Funky. Welcome back to TGIF. It looks like singer and actor Tyrese has some unsettled business with the ex-wife of late R&B singer Teddy Pendergrass, Joan Pendergrass. Tyrese claims that in 2011, Joan gave his company the exclusive rights to Teddy's life story to turn into a movie. But in 2022, she allegedly refused to extend those rights. Now Tyrese is suing Joan for $1 million. Al, what do you think about this lawsuit?
I'm sick of Tyrese. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these money grabs. Do you need money, Tyrese? Because if you need money, just say it. Because you sue Home Depot for $1 million. Now you're suing Joe Pendergrass for $1 million. Is this like a tactic because you know that you can push them to settle and you can get some money back that you invested in this? This is actually, she did nothing wrong. She had a contract with him. It expanded, if I understand correctly, from reading in the contract, a course of a number of years. And she had the option. You either had to put up or put out or not. You didn't do it. She has the option to refuse to extend the option because that's what you agreed to. That's what you signed off on. And she didn't extend the option. So why are you mad at her? I understand that he has a very deep and personal relationship with the family as well as with Teddy, allegedly. I understand that this is something he's been wanting to do for over a decade. I understand that he feels like he'll be the best actor to do it. But don't try to embarrass the estate or the wife because she didn't extend your option. That's a contractual thing. And if I'm not mistaken, it may be a legal beagle can come in the chat and let us know as on an extended option. She has the option not to extend it, and that's what she chose. So why is he upset with her about that?
You know what he needs to go do? He needs to go to Walt Disney World and he needs to go down the water slide.
Get some of that coochie water. Get some of that coochie water for his big coochie.
Get that,
okay? For his big crying ass coochie. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm already mad. Don't be putting listen. Joan done already been through a lot. Joan done lost her husband in a horrific accident. Then in the midst of that, she found out her husband was allegedly messing with a transsexual woman during the time. Because y'all know that's Teddy Pendergrass T bitch. Okay, which ain't no T. We are supporting all of them. But we said, turn off the lights, bitches. Hey, and light a candle. Y'all didn't know which candlestick he was talking about lighting, which end he was trying to burn it from. But that's neither here nor. See, Joan had to rethink things. She say, She say, bitch, all this trans rights and drag stuff going on. You ain't about to use my story to push no damn agenda. And let me tell you something. I don't blame Joan. Joan done got Tyrese money. She don't spend it. The contract up, and I get to resell this shit again, and I have to do nothing.
Hello.
Oh, bitch, she winning. John winning. Now, see, Tyrese, you better than I am, because what the fuck I would have did, I would have made an old Tubi-ass movie about Teddy Pendergrass ass just to get some mileage out of mess Joan. I'd have said, oh, you ain't going to extend it? We got 30 days left. That's long enough for me to make a Tubi movie. Let me call Claudia Jordan real quick. She could play. let me call
Claudia do it.
It's been a good old Tubi movie.
Hold on, production. Can we get that side by side of Tyrese and Teddy next to each other, please?
Oh, God.
Can we even see Tyrese playing Teddy in a movie?
But let me see. But you know what? Maybe I could. Better question. Can Tyrese grow a beard? Because we've never seen him with connecting facial hair.
Well, they'll put that on.
Now, you want to know what's funny while we're talking about it? Anthony Hamilton would be a great voice to play Teddy. But
he's a little short, right?
But we don't know if Anthony Hamilton can act. We've never seen him in an acting capacity. And then we already know Jamie Foxx would kill this damn role. I mean, he doesn't look like him, but we know that Jamie would kill it.
Absolutely. Agree there. Yes. Sign me up for that one. Jamie needs to go get the rights to this now. All right, in other news, comedian Kountry Wayne appeared on Sherri Shepherd's talk show and revealed his biggest spending splurge is for his child support payments. He's paying almost $200,000 a month for his 10 kids with 5 different baby mamas. What do you think about Kountry Wayne's child support bill, Al?
I'm just That's $2.4 million on some coochie that I slid up in, and I didn't know that I was making a baby. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a big ticket. Oh, that's $2.4 million a year. Okay, let's find a positive in this. I'm just gonna say I'm glad to hear that he's doing the right thing and he's paying his child support, right? Because he's not. Is he married to any? He's not married to any of those women. It's 10 kids. So good thing for you, Kountry Wayne. I'm glad to hear that you're doing the right thing. But $2.4 million a year, brother, you need to go get a vasectomy.
Yep, like Nick Cannon does. All right, Funky. Any thoughts on Kountry Wayne?
Y'all might as well color me deadbeat daddy. Fuck them kids and because bitch, I am sorry. At that dollar amount, I will gladly be a deadbeat dad. I'm sorry. It's the women's fault. Y'all birth control. Y'all always trying to sleep with a celebrity. Y'all always, baby. I would have been Future on their ass. Everything I own would have been in my mama name. Y'all, that's or I would have took a page out of Dwayne Wade and Usher. But you know, these days, these men's taking these old kids. Baby, I'd have took all.
Oh, you're right. That's a good one, too.
I would have taken all those kids, my mama
and hired. You could hire a whole staff to man those kids for $2.4 million a year. Yeah. That's a lot of money.
We have a soulmate who agrees with you, saying, "Man, all them women and them kids would be living with me." Says Tesla Davis, and New York City Quiet Boy says he needs to push one of them down that water slide. Okay. All right. We're going to head to break. So keep it locked because coming up next, we have our Tea Fact of the Day. And later we'll see which celebrities slayed the red carpet. So stick around. Welcome back to TGIF. We can all agree that social media tends to resurface some of the most random facts in pop culture's history. So it's only fair that we unpack those facts in our Tea Fact of the Day.
Okay.
All right, fellas, do y'all remember the hit song from the group Tony, Lay Your Head on My Pillow?
Yes, what it's about. Please don't ruin this for me, Carolina.
Okay, hold up. What do you think it's about, baby? What do you think it's about? So back then, 90s love was a different type of love. And just relax. Honestly and truthfully, what I thought it was about was just a man coming in and saying, baby.
No,
just take a load off.
Right, keep going.
And just relax. Because this was meant for you.
Go to the pearl.
I don't know. I just really thought it was about a man saying, baby, come take a load off, lay down, and let me just love on you and admire your essence and just relax. You with your man. Just relax.
I mean, you're saying all the right words. Take a load off. Like, take care of you. See, in a recent episode of the Way Up with Angela Yee podcast, the group revealed that the 1994 hit was originally about giving oral sex. Group member Raphael Sadiq said it was inspired by an intimate moment with a high school girlfriend. See? Okay, what do you think, Funky? Now does it make more sense?
Who was eating coochie in high school? Wait.
Raphael Sadiq and Dwayne Wiggins, one of them.
I don't ate a couple of them, but I remember, I remember when I was in high school, you would die if someone said you ate coochie. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Boys were just immature then. If you said a girl did oral, she would want to fight you. And if you said a boy performed oral on a girl, like, we just were not mature enough then.
Right,
so I don't know what city he was from where they was eating coochie in high school, but that was real grown. But I like it. This is where I want music to get back to where it's suggested, it's innuendo. Here it is. I've been singing this song in front of my mama and my grandma all my damn life and didn't even know it was about sitting around eating somebody coochie. And that's how it should be.
I mean, Funky, did you sing "You're the Girl That Knows My Pleasure"? Let me go down there and find my treasure.
You're the girl that knows my pleasure.
And find my
found my treasure. Yeah, but it just still feels,
because it's R&B.
Yeah.
You're too busy rocking to the beat. You're not really listening to the words.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I had to read it that way. All right, Al, did you know what it was about before we were going to talk about the Chief Facts of the Day?
Yeah, of course. I think the reason why I know what it was about because Dwayne Wiggins and Raphael Sadiq, Tony is one of my favorite R&B groups of all times. Like, they're dope, they're talented. But let me give you guys a fun fact. They are the ones that Destiny's Child used to go to the Bay Area and sing with. They're the one that kind of boot camped them and taught them how to sing, the original ladies. And on top of that, remember that all of Beyonce, all of Destiny's albums, all of Beyonce's solo albums, and all of Solange's albums all have Dwayne Wiggins and Raphael Sadiq on them. All of them, their entire career. This is Beyonce's longest professional working relationship with a producer from beginning of Destiny's Child till today. Raphael Sadiq and Dwayne Wiggins have been working with her and show up somewhere in one or two songs on every single album.
I want to go to our soulmates.
Yes.
Lyric said, today's music is, I want my coochie scratched, okay? And then Sexy Red's intro line with her song with Lotto is, nut in my coochie.
Oh.
That is the opening lyric. The beat drops before the bitch even say hello. Thank you for buying my album. Nut in my coochie. I can't.
All right. Well, after this story, you might want to reconsider laying your head down on anyone's pillow or, doing anything in anybody's coochie, because the CDC says STDs are out of control. Now, U.S. News and World Report revealed the 10 states with the highest STD rates.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Can y'all guess who was number one on the list?
I know Florida gonna be in there somewhere.
I don't think so. I don't think Florida's in that list, Q.
It's not in the top 10.
But Q, I think one of the states that your boo is from is on that list. Not implying anything.
Right.
But yeah, it's mostly southern states, Q. 7 of the 10 states are in the South. But let me tell you, I'm not big on a conspiracy theory, but do you know that 7 of the 10 states that have the highest STD rate is also majority 90 to 94% Republican? They're red states. They're also the states where you have a large representation of African Americans as well as poverty. It's also the states, because it's a red state, that they've forbidden abortion. They tell women what to do with their bodies. They don't allow sex education in the schools. They don't promote, they're pretty much anti-gay states. They don't promote LGBTQ rights. And also they allow rapists, the rapists and child molestation are higher in those 7 states. So to me, there's a reason why these states are highly populated with sexually transmitted diseases. Could be intentional.
Al said what he said, baby. And I'm going to just back him up by naming the top 3 states. We've got Alaska at number 3. We got Louisiana at number 2, my neighbor. And taking the number 1 spot is Mississippi. Al said what he said. All right, we got to go to break, though. So coming up, we'll check out some hot red carpet fashion from the BET Hip Hop Awards. So we'll see you shortly. Stay right there. This crazy story. Georgia police arrested 5 men for public indecency after they were caught cruising, which AKA means having sex together in a local park. All right, what are your thoughts on this story, Al? I know you looked this up.
That's why the STD rates are so high.
Cruising was.
Yeah, Exactly. So this is a deal. It's sad to me that I see that the police is using this tactic of embarrassing people publicly like this. They have a sting going on in Atlanta, and from what I understand, this happened in Atlanta because hundreds of patrons, hundreds of residents, and people in and around these parks have been complaining that that they're having sex in daylight and at night on tables in the woods, throughout the park, and in front of kids on occasion. So that's why they're getting very aggressive to try to figure out a campaign to shame them to stop. I don't know if I like this outing people who got caught doing stuff like this, but if this is what it's going to take to decrease the disease and also to decrease the indecent exposure around our young kids, then I guess I can sign up for it.
Okay, Funky, are you signing up for this, or what are your thoughts on cruising?
You know, it perplexes me that this is something that's an issue in 2023. Because cruising is something, for those of you guys who don't know, cruising is something that, you know, men and women in gay communities had to do way back when we didn't have places to commune or convene, when we didn't have mediums to meet each other. You would go to the park or a particular bookstore or a particular department store, and you would lock eyes with someone and they motion for you to go back behind a bush and you would hook up. But between all the different apps, the social sites, how open, you know,
is this from experience, Funky?
No, baby, I'm not your age. That was things that y'all did. Baby, I was born in '83, bitch.
Oh, baby, don't start because you were roller skating around in the park.
Oh no, bitch.
And better little man.
I was born in '83, bitch. Okay. By the time I started,
you were roller skating in the park.
By the time I started landing low and spreading wide, we had AOL chat.
Behind a tree. Okay? You behind a tree.
I met my man in AOL Miami Men for Men. Okay, I didn't have to just cruise around parks.
We had roller skating in the park.
We had the party line, bitch. We had the party line
behind a tree. Okay, with a grown ass man. Don't do me.
I mean, I have to know: have either of you messed around in a park?
Oh, yes, of course. I just told you he did.
After he went roller skating.
My first experience was in a park on some.
You thought I was joking, Carolina? You thought I was joking?
This ain't about me. But this ain't about me, okay? And if we gonna take it a step further, I used to work at the park, so I knew where to go.
You were rollerblading in the park, boy. You know the first thing I gotta admit this though, I love working with Funky because he keeps it real. He tells you the truth. I love it. I love it.
He really okay. I thought you were lying, Al. I thought Funky was. I was not prepared for him to have been working at the park. All right, we gotta play a game. We gotta play a game before Brooke kills us. All right. Last night, the BET Hip Hop Awards brought out all the best in hip hop and entertainment. So let's have some fun and see who got it right and who got it wrong on the red carpet with a game of hit or miss. All right, cue the music, because first up, we have Safari. Let's take a look at, okay, hit or miss, Funky?
Works for where they were. It's on brand for Safari. Hit.
I say hit with the body. I mean, he's not giving much fashion, but body, that's a hit. I love how he greased it up nice and oily, so hit for me.
Yeah, a hit for me too. Obviously, no fashion there, but listen, it looked good, glistening just right. All right, next we have Sukihana. Let's take a look what she was wearing. All right, hit or miss, Al?
I'm going to say a miss on this, but a hit for just staying up off the ground and not twerking. It's something about this that gave me very old lady. This isn't what I'm used to seeing her wear, and I'm not used to her standing like this either, so I'm going to say miss.
Okay,
you know, we got to give her a hit. When she was rolling around on the ground, y'all had something to say. Now Al want to say the lady looking like a grandma or old lady. She is a 100% hit because she's standing upright.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I give it a hit. All right, next we have Glorilla. Let's take a look at what she's wearing. Hit or miss, Funky?
Oh, it's giving me Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Come on, Glorilla. This might be some of the best Glorilla has ever looked. This is Glorilla's level of sex because she has that masculine, sexy type of thing going on. This is a total hit for me. This is the best I've seen her look.
Al, do you agree?
Definitely giving me Left Eye. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more originality, but her body looks great. The clothes look great. Everything looks like it's where it's supposed to be. It's a hit for me.
Yeah, she looks great. She looks great. What I don't think looks great, her saying that the two best hip-hop albums of all time are Drake's Take Care and Lil Wayne's Carter 4. I'm going to have to disagree with her on
it's
that.
age, Carolina, age.
Age?
It's
I mean,
her age.
Carter 4, not 1, 2, or 3.
It's her age.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. On the red carpet, what about Carly Red? Is it a hit or a miss?
I'm going to say I like it. I think
Carly is a friend of mine. It's confusing me, so because I'm confused, I'm going to say a miss.
No, I think it's a hit. I think it's a hit. Al?
I say hit. I mean, Carly is always, spicy and does something different. I think I like this.
Okay, let's switch it up to a fella. We got DC Young Fly. Let's show him. Is this a hit or a miss, Al?
It's a hit. That brother.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Good.
And he looked grown. He looked sexy. Definitely a hit for me.
A hit from all three of us. Yes. All right, next we have rapper Lola Brooke. Hit or miss?
I'm sorry, I don't even know who Lola Brooke is.
It's a miss for me. It's a miss for me.
Yeah, I don't know who Lola Brooke is. I don't know what she was trying to go for. So I'm going to say a miss on that.
It's a hit. I kind of like it. I don't know who Lola Brooke is, but yes, it's a hit. And next we have Andy Smith. Hit or Smith? Hit or miss?
That's a hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah, definitely a hit. Yandy to me always shows out on the carpet and does something grown and sexy. Very nice. It's a hit.
Yandy don't need another cheeseburger, but
Sexy red.
I know we got 10 seconds, but I just want to say this is my last day of the week, everybody. Carolina, I have so enjoyed working with you. Thank you so much for this experience. And Soulmates, I'll see you next week.
Love having you. All right. Thanks, my co-host, Albert.